Happy New Year, everybody. I'm so glad you tuned in. I want to share something important with you today. The secret to sticking with your New Year's resolution beyond the honeymoon phase. Yes, we all set New Year's intentions and resolutions, and they usually don't last very long because most people don't fail their goals due to a lack of motivations. They fail because they expect instant transformation overnight instead of focusing on minimal, viable, meaningful progress. And since we're at the beginning of the year, or at least a new chapter, this feels like the perfect moment to talk about what actually works. So, every January, we see the same pattern. We set big goals, big promises, big pressure to run the 5K, write a new book, whatever your big goal may be. And then you know what happened? Nothing. Not because we are lazy, not because we don't care, because we are chasing a huge outcome. We want instant results, and that usually doesn't work. So here's the truth that we don't hear enough. Happiness and success is not built on dramatic moments, and big goals are not achieved overnight. They are built in what you repeat quietly every single day. This is where I want to slow down a bit because this is really crucial. We often believe if I succeed, then I'll be happy. But research shows the opposite. Happiness and well-being come first and success follows. So when you feel well, when you have an energy, when you are emotionally regulated, when your relationships are great, you have more energy to work toward your goals. So one of the most helpful framework I have ever learned came from my professor, Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar. It's called the SPIRE elements. SPIRE reminds us that well-being is multi-dimensional. The spiritual well-being, physical well-being, intellectual well-being, relational well-being, and emotional well-being. So these areas don't live on its own in isolation. They are all equally important and they all influence each other. Let me show you how well-being actually works. Think of your life like a building and think of it like as the foundation. So each of these blocks represent just one area of your life, your whole being. So this block is relational well-being. When your relationships suffer and not going well, and you're not nurturing them, you don't feel supported, you don't feel seen. And very quickly, your emotional well-being starts to suffer too. And when your emotional well-being is off and you feel stressed and overwhelmed and drained, you're much less likely to take care of your body too. So you don't feel like working out. You might eat bad. You might eat junk food and it makes you feel terrible. So now your physical well-being is compromised too. And when your body doesn't feel good, your energy is off. And when you don't have energy, you may feel like not reading, not working. You don't have focus and you're less curious. So your intellectual well-being takes a hit too. And when all of that is happening, it becomes harder to feel connected to your purpose and find meaning in life. So your spiritual well-being becomes quieter as well. This is how it works, not in isolation. They all affect each other. And when you nurture every single one of them, your whole being, you become happier. And as you get happier, you'll be more successful and more likely to attain your goals. So true happiness isn't about excelling in just one area. They are all important. Just imagine a foundation of a building. You need all these support systems. When one is not working well, the other elements are going to support you. So in each of these elements, give yourself a score from 1 to 10. So not to judge you, not to fix yourself, just to assess where are you at right now. what gets measured gets done, right? First, you ascribe yourself a score. Then you describe why did you give yourself that score and how can you improve it just by 1 point. So just to find out what is already working and what can you do right now to increase it just by 1 point. Just hear me here. I'm not asking you to improve your score on each of these elements by 10 or 20 points. No, that's not going to happen just by 1 point. There's always something that you can do right now. This is where real change happens. Ever you do the tiny little things that you did to improve your well-being. Because when your well-being improves, you have more energy to focus. You have more energy to give to others. You can show up as your best self. And your consistency improves, and that is what moves goals forward. So when your cup is full, you can serve better. So as you set intentions for this year, just remember happiness grows through the small things you choose again and again and again every single day. Set yourself reminders, write it in a journal, and remember happiness grows when you share it. The more you give, the more you get without expecting anything in return. Yes, Happy New Year. May this year be the year where all your dreams come true, all your intentions and your goals come true. But you got to stick with it. Stick with it. Where you at, where you want to be, and how do you get there? And measure, ascribe, describe, prescribe.